Hello my friends, my name is Tim Johnson. The other day I got asked, what's rock bottom and how do you know when you've hit rock bottom? I mean, there's a lot of talk in addiction recovery about having to hit rock bottom before you can start to recover properly. But it's quite an elusive thing and a difficult thing to describe because it's a different place for everyone. So I want to share with you what mine was or where mine was and how it was, in a sense, a real or can be a real gift when you get there. Obviously, you're not thinking that at the time because it's always an extremely dark, lonely and frightening place. But when you reach it, it can become the best gift you've ever had, in a sense, and I'll explain why. Unfortunately, some people's rock bottom is death. It ends in death because inevitably people, have different levels that they can deal with, and if you're suffering from serious depression, anxiety, serious addictions to drugs and alcohol, for me, I kept going back and relapsing time after time, even after long periods of sobriety. That's because I hadn't reached mine yet. As I say, for some people, that carries on and carries on and carries on and ends inevitably in death, unfortunately for some. For me, what I see as my rock bottom when I finally got there was an extremely dark, as I say, and lonely and isolated and frightening place. I'd lost everything, and essentially that's what it is. It strips you of everything: your health, obviously, your dignity, self-respect, honesty, integrity, family, loved ones, money, home, the list goes on and on and on, because it's such a progressive illness addiction that eventually it takes everything, then comes back for you, finally, the last thing left, the remnants of you anyway. That's where it will go. And for me, that it had got there. It's like I say, time after time, I'd gone back out and thought that I could deal with it and control my addictions, which is just stupid thinking, because that, if you're an addict or an alcoholic, then you can't. It's simple as that. It's the one drink or one drug, and it won't stop. It won't stop till you're unconscious, and then it starts again. And like I said in the last video, then it's physical dependency and on top of everything else. So I was in that dark place where everything had gone. I was vomiting blood. I was dark room, isolated. In this beautiful place, I couldn't see any beauty at all in my life. I reached the point. And then this one day, in this place, I just thought, enough. It was a choice directly. Do I want to live or do I want to die? That's where it had got to, because I knew the writing was on the wall for me. And I wanted to live. The honest answer to that was, somewhere deep inside of me, I wanted to live, obviously for myself, but for my loved ones. I wanted to be normal again, if you like, in inverted commas. Not that I'll ever be normal, because I'm mad as a hatter, but you know what I mean. The thing is, I'd reached that point of surrender, of enough's enough, of I cannot go on with this. I am tired. I don't want this anymore for my life. I, hold my hands up and say that my life has become unmanageable. I can't, if I go any further than this, I'm in a coffin, I'm dead. And that for me was my rock bottom. That was the turning point in my life. And when I say that it's a gift for a couple of reasons. But the main one is when you reach that point of surrender and put your hands up and say, you know, everything's been stripped from me. It's a brand new beginning. And also you begin to stop fighting with life. You begin to understand that you can't control anything. You can't, you know, someone said that, you know, all the world's a stage. Shakespeare said all the world's a stage. You know, I wanted to be the actor, director, star, you know, producer, you name it. I wanted to control everything. And it's unmanageable. It can't be that. So you reach a point of acceptance, if you like. That surrender becomes acceptance. Without help now, I'm dead. So I have to hold my hands up and say I am powerless. I've, you know, lost everything, and I need help. You know, which is essential. You know, probably the most essential, to find that connection and that help. But that, J.K. Rowling said that when she reached her rock bottom, that became the foundation for rebuilding the rest of her life. And look where she went from there. You know, and that is the case, because the most happy, serene times and best peace of mind I've ever had, I've been onwards and after that point. Because you get a chance to rebuild and recreate yourself. The thing is with rock bottom, it can either destroy you. You know, you can go the other way, of course, and make another decision and just carry on and die. Or it can define you and strengthen you. And, you know, I chose for it to hopefully define me and strengthen me. So it becomes then a rebuilding. Once you've asked for help, it becomes a slow, you know, it's not easy. And sometimes it's not just a day at a time, it's a minute at a time to keep my peace of mind and serenity. And I have to, but what it does, that rock bottom, it brings you a great self-awareness. You become very, very self-aware. So at the end of each day, I do a daily inventory of myself, if you like, a daily personal inventory. And I sort of lay in bed, if you like, with my eyes closed, and I think back through the day and think about my behaviour through the day and what I could have done better. And inevitably, there's a lot I could have done better. But I try to be kind, compassionate. I try to give service wherever I can. I try to avoid any resentments. That's essential. I try to eat well. I try to exercise. Do all of these things that work me towards becoming, you know, a daily, hopefully a more loving, kind, compassionate and better person. And, you know, then in that daily inventory, I see what I can do better the next day. And it goes on and on. It's a day-to-day thing. You know, you never get rid of addiction. It's always with you. You know, I know that it will only take one drink or one drug and I'm back. But I haven't got you know, there's no way I've got a rock bottom anymore. You know, if I go back, I'm dead. And I know that. So that, you know, when I say there's gifts in it, there's a way forward, then, and it, you know, it gives you that chance to be totally stripped back, to totally recreate yourself, but most of all to let go of control or trying to control things, which is impossible. And it stops you fighting with life. When all of a sudden everything becomes easier. And obviously as your mind clears and it starts to heal, because obviously things need to rebalance and the damage you've done yourself needs to heal. Once you're reaching that point, day to day, it gets better and better and better and better. But the work never stops. Don't ever assume that it does. You know, addiction is something that you'll never disappear. It's always there, but it becomes something in the background if you're working on yourself daily. It's an inside job, as they say. So you're consistently working on your thoughts, feelings, emotions, and the way you respond to things. And that's the gift of rock bottom. So I hope that's been helpful to you. Carpe Diem, seize the day today, make today the day you change your life. Much love to you all. Bye-bye.